Well, we made it to our house sit in the mountains, and it's quite lovely. It's sort of a rural setting, which is kind of what we were looking for, because when we booked this house sit, we didn't know what the COVID situation was going to be and the travel restrictions. So we wanted to do something that was going to be sort of off the beaten path. And this definitely is. We're out in the country. We're probably about a half hour from the nearest town, which is not a big town. But I just want to talk about some of the things you might have to do while you're house sitting, because all house sits can be different. But they usually involve some kind of pet care and plant care. So we've got different plants that we have to somehow keep alive, which won't be my job. Camera girl takes care of all the living creatures for the most part. She'll be cleaning the bird feeders, and there's a couple of hummingbird feeders. This morning, I got up and went around and fed the dog, fed the cat, cleaned the different bowls. There are a number of different water bowls and food dishes. And then we've got some chickens to take care of too. And clean the water buckets once a week for the chickens. They've got these little water feeders that they can get water from. There's another one over there I got to clean. And then we have to take the dog out for a walk. A lot of times with house sits, you have to take the dog out to do his business. Here there's a doggy door. So we just take the dog out for exercise. And the cat is an outdoor cat, and he kind of comes and goes. So we want to make sure he's safe and well fed and well watered. And for the chicken coop, it's actually pretty hassle-free. Got another water dealio in here I got to clean up. What you doing in here? He should be out free ranging. I guess he came in here to check on his buddy. Got another chicken down there laying an egg. I already came and got an egg this morning. It's going to be hard for us to keep ahead of our eggs. I got to scrape the poop board, which sounds very exciting and romantic. Make sure the chicken feed stays full enough for them to get their chow. There's a door that opens automatically and closes automatically in the evening and in the mornings. So we don't have to fool with that. Excuse me there, little chickadoodle. I like to keep this door closed. And then I leave this door open for them to come in and out during the day. But we're sort of mindful of the chickens. We let them free range while we're around the house. We put them in their chicken run or whatnot if we're going to take the dog somewhere or we go somewhere for a while. But we got to make sure that the chickens stay alive. All the pets stay alive. Chickens I'm a little nervous about, because chickens are vulnerable. I think chickens might be even weaker than I am. We saw a deer this morning. I've seen some marmot looking things. I haven't seen any snakes yet, but I'm sure there's lots of them around. Lots of fireflies. We try to do our chores, as many of our chores as we can in the morning. And then there's weekly chores. We got to go get the mail, and this house, it required a car, and we have our own car for doing most stuff, but we've also got to start up and run the owner's car a little bit and make sure that stays functional, so it'll be ready to go when they get back. And that's basically what a house sit is. It usually involves pet sitting and plant care. Sometimes it doesn't. We had one house sit, which was a 4-month house sit in Central Florida that didn't have any pets. We just had to live in the house and make sure that the house stayed clean and functional. Although it was during hurricane season, so at one point it looked like a kind of a big storm was going to come through, and it was kind of in a floodplain area, so I put out sandbags. That was one of my jobs, to sandbag the front of the house, if it looked like there might be some flooding. And it didn't happen, but, I had to perform that task. So whatever house that you have, you're going to have certain functions that you have to maintain. Like here, like I said, we got a dog, a cat, and chickens, but it's really pretty easy and hassle-free. But I mean, we don't have any other distractions. There's nothing else that we want to do other than just to be around here. Now, if you're in a city, you might have a lot of things that you want to do that don't involve the house sit. So having a lot of pets in an urban area might feel like an anchor. But even just one pet, like if you were in the city and you had a little dog and you had to take him outside to do his business, and you had to get in an elevator and go down to the elevator and take the dog out a few times a day, you might have to do that 2 or 3 times a day and be home at specific times to do that, and it could be might take you a half hour each time you do it, and that's just with one little dog. But here, even with these animals, it's super duper easy peasy because of the location where we're at, because it is a country location. I think the biggest pain in the butt is cleaning bird feeders, but luckily Camera Girl loves cleaning bird feeders. That's just what we got to do for this house sit, and something to keep in mind if you are interested in house sitting and apply for house sit. Man, look at the responsibilities and make sure that you're going to be happy doing it. Some of them might involve shoveling snow, depending on the time of year. Could be lawn care, all kinds of things. A house sit is basically an exchange of services. So whoever you're house sitting for is going to go off and do their thing, and they're going to let you live in their house. And, in exchange for that, you sort of have to do whatever that they normally do to maintain their household. And it's a great deal, I think, but you want to make sure that you're happy with whatever the situation is. I saw a house sit this morning that had 9 dogs. And that sounds like a Disney movie. I bet that's a lot of fun. We had a house sit one time with a little kitty. And young kitties. A little teeny tiny kitty can be like 4 grown-up kitties. So you got to do the pet math. I got links down below to some more house sitting information if you want to check it out. But thanks for watching and subscribing. Hope you're having a great weekend, and we'll talk to you in the future.